All right, today is May 9th, 2022. Parker Coleman is going to do recaps of the games from May 8th, 2022, of which he told me there were 18. So let's get right to it. Without further ado, Parker Coleman.
Yeah, there were 18 games today or yesterday, and they're pretty low scoring, so it was kind of easy. I did it all quicker than I usually do it. So let's get into it. White Sox and Red Sox. Red Sox are struggling. White Sox are on the up and up. Starting at the top of the third is McGuire with single. Harrison will be hit. Both are moved by a bunt. RBI single for Garcia. 2 RBI double for Abreu. In the bottom of the sixth, the Red Sox plural, attempt to rally as Devers and Bogart single. RBI grounder for Martinez. Vasquez hits an RBI single, but the Red Sox rally falls short. So they lose to the White Sox 3-2. Red Sox are now 10-19. Not very good. Again, predict them not be too good, and well, not be too good. They weren't going to be as good as they were last year. I thought that was crazy, but um, you look at how they're doing, and early they look like they're not going to win the division. And it is early, but with teams like the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Rays, it's hard to see them making a run after falling down this low. Bray was first star, run for 2 RBI double. Keuchel was second star. Don't know how much he deserved it because he gave up 8 hits, but only 2 runs in 6 innings. 5 strikeouts, a walk. Garcia won fourth in RBI, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. Another 3-2 game. This time the home team won. Phillies Mets. So this is the first game of a doubleheader. In the bottom of the first, Harper and Homer for a lead. In the bottom of the third, Schwarber, Bohm, Harper, single for another run. Making it 2-0. Remuto and Segura single. Remuto will be out at home after a Camargo single, but Stotts would hit an RBI. That's good. That's big because Bryson Stott, besides a couple of 2-hit games, hasn't done very much in the majors. Very early, not making any judgments. Just saying, early in his career, hasn't done a whole lot. Again, he's gonna be way better than he already has been. Than he has been. He wasn't really good already, but again, early in his career, early slump, nothing to worry about. Top of the sixth, Marte doubles, Guillorme singles, RBI ground out for McCann, makes it 3-1. Lindor would hit an RBI double for another run, but the Mets fall short and lose 3-2. The Phillies. This game is very similar to the White Sox Red Sox game because the winning team scored 3 runs to start off the game. The losing team scored 2. Losing team scored 2, both in the sixth inning. And just 2 rallies falling short. Gibson was the first star, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Harper was the second star, 2 for 2 RBIs, home runs. Stott was 1 for 3 with an RBI, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Mets. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Phillies. Royals Orioles. This is the first game of a doubleheader as well. This had a lot of hits. Both teams combined for 26 hits, only 10 runs. The O's would take an early lead in the bottom of the second as Mateo singles, RBI double for Cedric Mullins. Top of the third, the Royals tie as Kyle Isbell doubles. Edward Olivares would hit an RBI single. Olivares is now on the injured list starting today. And the top of the fifth, Witt and Isbell single. Lopez's fielder's choice, and along with Mountcastle's error, gives the Royals a lead. Sac fly for Benintendi makes it 3-1. Hayes would single in the bottom of the fifth. Mountcastle would double, cut the lead in half. In the bottom of the seventh, the O's take the lead as Hayes walks and Mountcastle singles. Odor's RBI double is what gives them the lead, a 4-3 lead. In the top of the eighth, Benintendi and Perez single, Ahern hits a sac fly to tie it. In the top of the ninth, the Royals take the lead as Lopez reached on air. Taylor singles, scoring Lopez, and then Perez's RBI single makes it 6-4. Royals win the first game 6-4. Not playing very well. The Royals are. They're 9-15 after this game, and it didn't get better after next 2 games. The game from today and yesterday's second game of the doubleheader. But they won this game. Taylor had the big RBI, 1 for 3 with an RBI first star. Lyles won 7 innings, got up 7 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, a walk. Benintendi went 2 for 4 with an RBI, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Royals. 4 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors for the Orioles. Brewers Braves. This was mainly Braves. Albies and Travis Dermody single. Swanson walks. and Contreras walks to score a run. Acuna's fielder shorts. I can't say names all of a sudden. Makes it 2-0. Olsen then doubles for a 4-0 lead. Duvall homers, making it 5-0. Swanson then singles. He would make his way home off of a cup after being moved over a couple times and scoring on a wild pitch. In the bottom of the fifth, Duvall would be hit. Swanson would single. Contreras would hit a home run. It's 9-0. The Braves would score a couple runs at the top of the eighth as Peterson singles. Wong walks. RBI single for Brasso. RBI ground out for Yelich. Braves get a 9-2 win. Big, a lot of runs. It was mainly Braves in this game. Contreras was 1 for 2 with 2 walks, home run, 4 RBIs. He was easily the first star. Morgan went 5 minutes ago, 2 hits, 3 walks. Olsen went 1 for 5 with a 2 RBI double. 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Brewers. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Braves. This is the first game, and this is some more controversy at Yankee Stadium, but it's not from Yankees fans or anybody on the Yankees. Controversy, maybe I could just call it idiocy. But Dunning and Cole duel. Dunning has a no-hitter going into the 6th. However, it's broken up. Judge and Rizzo single, leading with Stanton sac fly, making it 1-0. And it doesn't always happen, but happy for Dunning that in his good performance he didn't get saddled with the loss, because on top of the 7th, Calhoun homers. But in the bottom of the 9th, it's tied 1-1. Torres homers, and that's a walk-off, second walk-off for Torres of the season. And Chris Woodward had some words. He said that's an out in 99% of stadiums in the MLB, and it's so great that we have technology to show how wrong people can be. I'm not going to sit here and say that Yankee Stadium is the hardest park to hit a home run because it's objectively and statistically the easiest, but that was gone in 26, 27. It wasn't all the ballparks, but it was the majority. So saying it's not 99% ballparks, not wrong, it's also pretty stupid. It wasn't like Anthony Rizzo's 10 expected batting average home run.
Well, he's also bad at math because to be out in 99 parks, he'd have to have 99. I mean, it'd have to have 100 parks for it to be out in 99.
Yeah. That's actually what Boone said. That was his response. He said he got his math wrong. Woodward, he doesn't seem like he's a very good manager. I don't believe in him on the Rangers. And if I were a Rangers fan, which thank goodness I'm not, I would be actively rooting for him to get fired. The whole Tatis 3-0 swing thing, he just looked like a big baby, if that makes sense. And I found out that he was on a Canadian television show for like kids that lasted 14 years. He made a brief cameo. I forgot what it was called, but Drake was on there too. So there's an interesting tidbit for the day. I mean, it just doesn't seem like he has a good train of thought. Maybe he's trying to make people think, oh, he's actually stupid, but in reality, he's a smart baseball mind. Don't think so, but if he's doing that, he's doing a good job. Again, not saying the Yankees ballpark, I don't want to call it a Little League park because that's ridiculous, but it is smaller than other ballparks. And this is a fun fact that I'm not sure everybody knows. If a ballpark, there's a rule that the Astros, the Yankees, Astros breaking rules, surprising, huh? No, I'm kidding. The and the Yankees, wow. Astros, Yankees, I think it's Padres, maybe the Giants, but there are 7 teams that break a rule every time they play a home game, and it's that they have to have a certain dimension, a certain length from the from home plate to the fences. And Minute Maid Park definitely breaks that with the Crawford boxes. Yankee Stadium is just small on both sides. Deep center, but small on both sides. Astros and the Yankees are the 2 biggest ones I could remember, but I know there's more teams. Maybe the Pirates? I can't remember the rule now. But basically, that's a fun fact. There are 7 or 8 teams in the MLB that break a rule every single time they play a game. Wasn't originally going to mention that, but we're talking about how small Yankee Stadium is. Red Sox are excluded from the rule because Fenway was built in 1912. And it was anything before like 62, I believe. Something around there. Interesting rule. Torres' first star, 2-4 home run RBI walk-off. Cole looked really good, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, a walk. No 4-minute delays to the games. Cole is good? No, that's a joke. That's why I feel like people were excited for Cole to fail. People have fun saying he's only good because of the sticky stuff, and you can have fun saying that because, I mean, especially whenever that that opening day game happened where he was like they got out of the festivities got out of hand. It was literally 4 minutes. Max Scherzer's unforeseen challenge in the Game 7 of the 2019 World Series is I'm pretty sure he broke his nose or he couldn't raise his. I don't know what happened to him. I just know that he got roughed up or he couldn't raise his shoulder. I forgot what he did. No, he didn't break his nose. He hurt his shoulder, I believe. And then he pitched Game 7 World Series and he did pretty good. His team ended up winning World Series. That's why people are making him a call. That's why people kind of want him to he seems like a baby, if that makes sense. But he was the second star. Dunning was the third star. Had to give him a shout out. Not that he needs it because he's an MLB player. I'm not. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 run, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Rangers. Sorry, 2 runs, 5 hits, and errors for the Yankees. Pirates, Reds. Reds win a series. Still a very ugly record. Still on pace to go 28 and 134. But they won a series. Satsugo walks and Perez homers. 2-0 lead for the Pirates. That'd be the only hit that Tyler Mahle gives up. In the bottom of the 6th, Drury would single, 3 walks to Moustakas, Stevenson, and Bam Moustakas is on the IL. Reds have 15 guys on the IL, and I'm not saying that they would be any good, but maybe they would be better if they didn't have those guys on the IL, especially with Jonathan India. But that would cut the lead in half. Moran hit a grand slam, and Moran, it's against his former team, the Pirates. Colin Moran is probably his last chance. He needs to swing the bat well if he wants to stay in the MLB. This is good for him. It's 5-2. Reynolds would homer, making it 5-3 in the top of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, Farmer would be hit by pitcher Moran. Moran homers again. And I saw that he homered today against the Brewers. The game started about an hour ago. Reds currently lead 1-0. Last time I checked the score, Moran has 3 homers in 2 nights, 2 games. So that's pretty good. Reds would win 7-3. Haven't been able to say that very often. Moran was the first star, easily 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Pretty sure he had the most RBIs of the day. Mahle went 5 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts. Zach Thompson went 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. 7 runs, 6 hits, and errors for the Reds. Jays and Guardians. Guardians, I guess they're playing a little better, but they're back to 500. At the top of the first, Springer doubles, Bichette walks, Guerrero singles, a 2 RBI single by Teoscar Hernandez makes it 2-0. At the bottom of the third, Quan doubles and Ramirez triples, making it 2-1. Miller then hits a sac fly 2-2. Oh, Miller's still looking pretty good. At the top of the 7th, Espinal doubles, later scores on a Springer sac fly. It's 3-2. The aforementioned Owen Miller homers to tie the game. After that, Framino Reyes singles. Framino Reyes might be out of his slump. I mentioned it last time, but in the last 5 games, he is looking a lot better. 5 games still, but he's looking better. Jimenez walks, and Mercado scores Framino on an RBI single. Gives the Guardians a 4-3 lead, and eventually the win. Mercado was 1 for 3 with the RBI. He was the first star because he had the big hit in the 8th inning. Miller was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a home run. He was the second star. Manoah was the third star, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, a walk. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Blue Jays. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Guardians. Another game ending at 3-4 with the home team winning. This game was settled. The last run scored a little bit earlier. And I did something very interesting for the stars on this, for the second star mainly. Second star is awarded to 5 different people. I'll explain that in a second. At the top of the first, the A's start off well. Pretty sure they're still on their losing streak. I think they've lost 8 or so games in a row. Murphy, Brown, and Pinder would hit 3 singles for a 1-0 A's lead. At the bottom of the second, Sanchez doubles. It would be tied eventually as Urshela would hit a sac fly. At the top of the third, the A's retake the lead as Noisy singles and Murphy doubles. Both score on a Seth Brown single. It's 3-1. However, the Twins rally in the bottom of the third. Kirilloff and Celestino single. Kirilloff scores on a Miranda double. Jose Miranda. Didn't get to mention this, but Royce Lewis did make his debut over the weekend. Very good for him. He got his first career big league hit. Urshela pretended to throw it into the crowd. Just a little practical joke on the rookie. No harm, no foul. And Royce Lewis finally gets – he was the first ever MLB draft I watched live. Royce Lewis was drafted first overall. I thought it was pretty crazy that he took him until this to get called up. I heard he did have some injuries, but good for him. And Miranda's another rookie that just recently got called up for so good for him as well. Polanco gets the big hit. As a 2 RBI single for him gives them a 4-3 lead. The Twins would win by that score of 4-3. Polanco was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. The second star actually goes to 5 different people. The Twins bullpen. Paddock didn't have a great day. And the Twins bullpen went 6 2/3, gave up 2 hits, didn't go 6 runs. Wow. That would be a very low standard for the Stars. 6 2/3, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs. Great outing by them. Couldn't have won it without them. Seth Brown went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, but the A's lose what I believe is their 8th in a row, or 9th in a row. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the A's. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Twins. Not looking good for the A's. Astros Tigers. This game didn't end 3-2. 3 straight games ending 3-2. Last time that happened, I believe the Cardinals beat the Pirates 2-1, 3 straight games in 2017. I know that happened. I just don't know if anything in between, like in 2018 or 19. Don't think it would happen in 2020 or 2021. But I guess you could say it ended 3-2. But the Astros got the other 2 runs. Altuve would lead off the third with a single. Bregman and Alvarez walk. Tucker strikes out, but then Aledmys Diaz hits a grand slam. As an Astros fan, I can admit this might be considered a Little League home run. I did not see how many ballparks it would have been out of, but it was just a very, very barely into the Crawford boxes. If it's any more to the right, then Baidu has a good chance of catching it or playing it off the wall and it not being a home run. But it's 4-0. Bregman homers. 5-0. If you have a fantasy baseball team, here's some advice. Put Alex Bregman in on Mother's Day. He has had some big Mother's Day performances. In the top of the ninth, Tucker would rob Baez of a home run. Very clear and obvious. A great catch by Kyle Tucker. The Tigers would lose 5-0 to the Astros and only record 1 hit. A Jonathan Scope double in the second. Diaz was the first star as he had 4 of 5 RBIs, of course. 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs on a home run. Odorizzi was the second star. 5 innings, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Bregman 1 for 3. Home run, RBI, walk. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Tigers. 5 runs, 5 hits. No errors for the Astros. Cardinals Giants. This game also ended 3-4. So 3 3-4 games in the last, and 3 out of 4 of the last games that I've reviewed. Very confusing. Hopefully you followed along with that. Pujols is hit, and Juan Yepez hits his first career home run on Mother's Day. Instead, he did it for his mom. In the bottom of the second, Ruff walks. Wade homers to tie the game at 2. Dubon and Casali single, leading to a Yastrzemski sac fly, 3-2 for the Giants. In the top of the 6th, the Cardinals tie it as Yepez walks 2 on after Carlson doubles. Bader's RBI ground out is what ties it. However, in the bottom of the 6th, Mike Yastrzemski homers for the lead. Giants would win 4-3. Yastrzemski was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, home run, 2 walks, sac fly. He was the first star. Yepez went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, home run, and a walk. He was the second star. Lamont Wade Jr. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a home run. He was the third star. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Giants. Since the Giants play matchups, Yastrzemski was subbed out, or not Yastrzemski, sorry. Lamont Wade Jr. was taken out in the middle of the game. Nationals Angels. This game is about a good summary of how the Nats season has gone so far, and it was probably a really tough loss for the Nationals faithful. At the top of the third, Adams walks, Escobar singles, and Hernandez singles. Soto's fielder's choice makes it 1-0. In the top of the 6th, Cruz and Franco single. Thomas hits a sac fly. I was about to say he is hit by a sac fly. That didn't happen. That would have been a story. Escobar then hit RBI single. It'd be 3-0 Washington. In the bottom of the 6th, Walsh singles. Stassi walks. Marsh bunts them over. Mayfield then hits a 2 RBI single, making it 3-2. Top of the 7th, 3 straight singles by Hernandez, Soto, and Bell make it 4-2. However, the Angels would rally in the 9th. Rengifo walks, Ward singles. With 2 outs, Otani's double off the wall ties it. And then Rendon would walk it off. Blown lead for the Nationals. Very tough loss. I mean, especially when you're 10-20. Rendon was the first star. He had the walk-off hit, 2 for 5 RBI. Otani was the second star, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs on double. Eric Fed. I had to find someone to give the third star, and I guess I gave it to him. 5 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. Again, maybe didn't deserve it. 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Nationals. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Angels. Tough loss for the Nationals, as I said. Rays took a tough loss too. However, if maybe how do I say this? It wasn't like they had a big lead, but they lost it in the ninth inning, just like the Angels did. Or no, the Nationals did. Excuse me. George Kirby makes his MLB debut. He throws absolute gas. He pitched very well against the Rays. I'll get to him in the Stars. But just so you know, it's scoreless and going into the 8th inning. Margot homers for a 1-0 Rays lead. So that's good. In the bottom of the ninth, Tor homers to tie the game. Second consecutive home run in the 9th inning. First one, it was 8-1, so it didn't really matter. This one matters a lot because in the bottom of the 10th, Ty France walks it off with a single, snaps the Mariners' 6-game losing streak. Entering this game, they were 1-10 in their last 11. The Mariners needed this win. France went 1 for 5 RBI, first star. Kirby went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Very, very good debut by him. 2 for 3 with home run and RBI. Margot was the third star. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Rays. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Rays have to feel pretty good again because they won the series and they've been playing pretty good baseball. This is just a tough loss that happens to teams over the course of the season. We're in the home stretch here. The second game of the doubleheaders begin. This one's Mets and the Phillies. In the top of the first, Lindor singles, Alonso homers. Get used to this. In the bottom of the second, Segura homers, cutting the lead in half. In the top of the fifth, Nimmo singles, Conha walks, 2 on as Alonso homers, 5-1. Alonso has all 5 RBIs for the Mets at this point. And he has all 5 RBIs of the game because in the top of the sixth, the only other run scores because Davis singles, Tomas Nido doubles, 2 are on, and Davis scores on a wild pitch. The Mets split the doubleheader, first team to 20 wins. I'm pretty sure the Yankees got to that total today while I was at school during their day game against the Rangers. But they're the first team to 20 wins, so good for them. Mets playing very well, so are the Yankees. Alonso goes 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. First star easily. He had all 5 RBIs for the winning team. Like that's basically the first star. I don't know how it'd be possible to that unless the other guy literally throws a perfect game. Bassett goes 5 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. He did good at stymieing the Phillies offense. Segura went 2 for 3, home run, RBI. He was the Philly star. He was the third star. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Mets. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Phillies. A little bit of a hiccup right there, literally. Another debut made by a big player or a big prospect, I should say. Alek Thomas, top Diamondbacks rookie. He's a center fielder, outfielder, I should say. He made his debut yesterday as well on Mother's Day. Got his first career hit in the 5th, and we'll get to that in a second. Rockies, Diamondbacks, Kel Marte Devils, Perdomo walks. A run scores on a Med single. Then Jose Herrera has the big hit. He hits a 2 RBI double. It's 3-0. Alek Thomas, Alec spelled with a K, like Alek Manoah, gets his first career hit. It's a double on Mother's Day, so pretty cool time to be the mom of Alek Thomas. Hummel would walk. A failed pickoff attempt leads to Alek Thomas scoring. Very interesting way to score your first run in the majors. A failed pickoff attempt. But the Diamondbacks win 4-0. 15-14 Diamondbacks are. I say that because again, it was this is the latest that every team in a division has been over 500, latest in the season. And it was that when the Diamondbacks were 14-13, but they lost on Saturday and won on Sunday, so I can say that now. And I didn't get to review the Friday or Saturday games, so yeah, I can say that now. Gallen was the first star. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. Maybe he could. I don't know if I could say he's a good pitcher. I don't know if I could say Cy Young contender in the National League because there are so many good National League pitchers. It's not that Gallen's a bad pitcher or a mediocre pitcher. It's just that Burns, Buehler, Scherzer, DeGrom, if he's healthy, I don't think he could win Cy Young. Aaron Nola, who's really good. Alcantara, Pablo Lopez. There are just so many good pitchers in the National League. That's why I struggle to say Gallen is a Cy Young pitcher. But if he's in the American League, probably pretty easily. It's just that there's so many people, good pitchers in the National League. I see him kind of getting lost in the mix, especially since he plays for the Diamondbacks, a team that not a lot of people think about, even when they are good. Doesn't it? Spurs fan? Been there. Herrera goes 1 for 2, double, 2 RBIs, second star. Ron Marquez. This is, again, he wasn't as bad as Eric Fed was. Feddy, I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I guess I'll find out whenever the Astros play the Nationals this weekend. Marquez, he wasn't as bad as Eric Fed, but he still wasn't very, very ace-like. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. Pretty sure he had 3 walks. I ran out of space on the paper. 0 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Rockies. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. We got 4 more games. Getting through it. Marlins, Padres. This game's going to go a little quickly. Aguilar starts the 4th with a double. Wendell singles. Sac fly for Cooper. Makes it 1-0. In the top of the 6th, Chisholm homers for a 2-0 lead. Josh Chisholm doing very good. Also seen doing, I think, over chin-ups or pull-ups in the middle of the game on the dugout. So that was cool. However, what wasn't cool for the Marlins was the bottom of the 9th. Profar and Abrams both single, and Alfaro hits a walk-off home run. Marlins are in control for the whole game, and they lose it on the last swing. 2 outs. Apparently his mom called it, so good for her. Alfaro gets the walk-off. He pinch hit 1 for 1, 3 RBIs, home run. Musgrove went 7 innings, 5 hits, 200 runs, 8 strikeouts. Shows you how bad the win statistic is. Musgrove pitched pretty well. He got a no decision. Rogers for the Marlins went 5 innings. He got 5 hits, 3 and struck out 3. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Marlins. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Padres, big win for the Padres. Tough break for the Marlins, especially in this slump they've had. Rangers, Yankees. This is the second game of a doubleheader. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Yankees take an early lead after Hicks walks. Stanton homers. It's 2-0. Wonder if Chris Woodward thought that was a Little League homer. He said it was a joke. I don't think you'd be making a whole lot of jokes after your team got walked off. You feel kind of demoralized. But then again, it was the first game of a doubleheader, so maybe you're just thinking like, okay, let's go back out there and try and win, which the Rangers did. White homers, making it 2-1. A little bit of Clemson magic for the Rangers, especially later on. As in the top of the 7th, Jonah Heim the double, later scoring a wild pitch. Miller would hit a homer after Ibanez walks. Brad Miller is also being inducted in the Clemson Hall of Fame. So that's interesting. Pretty big week for him. That announcement and hitting the go-ahead home run in Yankee Stadium. But the Yankees and Rangers split their doubleheader as the Rangers win 4-2. Miller went 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 RBIs. He was the first star. Montgomery went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, second star. Otto went 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 hits. He was the third star. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Rangers. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Yankees.
Brad Miller was very, very good offensively at Clemson. He was horrible on defense. I don't know how he is in the majors. I know he's batting 192 last time I saw him. But
He seems to have big home runs for the Rangers. I feel like
hard to have big home runs for the Rangers.
In the very few games the Rangers won, I feel like he's coming clutch in most of them.
He's played like for 14 teams, I think.
And that's someone who, even though I'm not doing the recaps every day, I'm still paying attention to every baseball game. I'm pretty sure on the Score app, I visited every single game of the season, looking at the box scores, looking at the play-by-play, looking at all that. So it's fun, I do. A little bit of a hobby. In the bottom, sorry, I got so distracted, I almost forgot to say what teams were playing. Royals, Orioles. Second game of a doubleheader. Last doubleheader game of yesterday. Bottom of the 1st, Mullins and Mancini single. Hayes walks. Mullins scores on a pass ball. Mountcastle hits an RBI single. Ariel sends a sac fly. It's 3-0 Orioles. In the top of the 2nd, Dozier triples. Merrifield hits sac fly. Can you guess what Merrifield's WRC plus is?
214.
0. But he hits a sac fly there. Useful for once. This season, at least. In the bottom of the 5th, Urias doubles, later scores on a Tyler Nevin single. Bet you thought that was a name you never heard before. It's 4-1 Orioles. The Royals did score a run in the top of the 6th as Perez doubles, and he would score on a Dozier single. However, the O's and the Royals split the doubleheader, and the O's win this game 4-2. Zimmerman went 6 innings, got 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. First star, Mountcastle was on a 4th RBI. He was the second star. Dozier was 2 for 3 with a triple RBI. He was the third star. 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Orioles. And it's been a little while, but last but not least, we have the Sunday night game, the Dodgers and the Cubs. Started off well for the Cubs as Ortega would double and Contreras would hit RBI single, but it would be all Dodgers from there. In the top of the 4th, Turner would walk, Smith would single, Muncy would walk. Justin Turner's sac fly, Trey Turner's the winning walk. I even labeled them, but I read over it. Bellinger hit an RBI single. That gives the Dodgers a lead that they would not relinquish. As in the next inning, Lux, Betts, and Freeman single. RBI grounder for Turner. Betts scores on a wild pitch. It's 4-1. In the top of the seventh, Lux walks. Betts singles. Freeman hits a sac fly. In the top of the ninth, Lux singles. Freeman doubles. Both score on a home run error. The Dodgers beat the Cubs, and they sweep them. Is what I was trying to stammer out. And it wasn't necessarily close either. I remember they won 7-0 on the first game with their doubleheader on Saturday. I can't remember how the second game went, but I know the Dodgers did win. Dodgers currently have the best winning percentage in baseball at 19-7, but the Mets and the Yankees are tied for the most wins. Buehler went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. This is a 100th win also, so that's cool. Freeman goes 2 for 4th, double, sac fly, RBI, second star. Bellinger goes 3 for 4, RBI. He's the third star. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cubs. Cubs got to figure it out if they want to do something. Maybe it was because I was mainly seeing Cubs fans, not baseball fans. But some people were talking about them being a sneaky pick for the wild card. Didn't really believe it, but they should show those people, yes, that they can do it. Doesn't look like they can though. 9-18. The few teams left with single-digit wins, I think they're the Royals, the Tigers, 2 in the AL Central, the Cubs, and the Reds. Nationals have 10. Yeah, those are the teams that are playing the worst baseball so far to start 2022.
Okay, 18 games and a little extra in just under 32 minutes. Parker Coleman and I got tickets to the Yankees-Astros doubleheader on July 21st today.
We have a tradition of kind of a made tradition of going to Yankees-Astros games because it wasn't the first game we ever went to, but some of the best memories we had at Minute Maid Park was the Yankees-Astros series we saw in 2017. First memory was not good from a fan's perspective. It was kind of funny at the end because they had Nori Aoki pitching, but the Astros lost 13-4. And then we thought, man, this is going to be tough because the Astros went down 6-2, I believe, in the second game. Ended up rallying and winning 7-6. And then in the third game, the last game, it felt like it was way too long. Mike Fiers had like 100 pitches through 4 innings or something like that. But they won 8-1. That was a good memory. We saw a very good game. It didn't end up going our way, but it was the 1-0 Garrett Cole complete game. And, I mean, even though it wasn't how I wanted it to go, it was still an interesting game to witness, and I'll be able to say that I saw a complete game.
Aaron Judge homer was the only run, right?
And, yeah, and you were in the bathroom whenever that happened. So you didn't
saw no runs.
You didn't even get to see the only run of the game. But, yeah.
Well, this one's going to be interesting because it's a doubleheader. But the first game, we're going to be down the left field line. We did this on purpose to try and catch some foul balls because that's where Blummer and TK say the foul balls go.
At least in this last homestand, they're making plays all over the place.
And then the second game, we're kind of more where we typically are, we're a little bit further past first base in the 7th row. So should be some good, maybe some foul balls over there too.
If the Reds owners saw how the Astros fans were catching foul balls during the homestand for the Astros, they would offer them a contract.
Right.
Because
still couldn't hit.
Yeah. I mean, can anybody besides, I guess Coleman Moran. But yeah, we're gonna see those games. It's gonna be one of the few rare doubleheaders in Minute Maid Park that has a roof. The first doubleheader happened in 2017 because of Hurricane Harvey. That was an Astros Mets doubleheader, so it makes it even more rare. It's an interleague doubleheader. And I'm pretty sure they had a doubleheader against the Angels in 2020 because of another hurricane that was coming their way. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience. I said it might be the last time in a while that they have a doubleheader at Minute Maid Park. We should go there. Also, the second game ends at 5:40, so we're not going to be getting into the hotel at like 11 o'clock or midnight. So
hope not.
Yeah, maybe not. The extra runner on second base, it actually does end up, I feel like, making the game last a little bit longer, or at least the extra innings up. But yeah, always fun to go to an Astros game. Made some of the best memories I have had as a child there. We saw Yuli Gurriel walk it off in the bottom of the 10th with a home run in a Mariners game. There's another Mariners game that was on my birthday. Again, that one was very fun. You can go look at the box score. It was August 9th, 2018 if you want. And then we saw a game against the Rangers that they also lost in extra innings. So 2018, we were just bad luck. We lost both games that we saw. And then 2016 was the first game, Astros White Sox. I got to see Chris Sale pitch for the White Sox before he cut up all those jerseys. And the Astros were down like 7-1, and I'm pretty sure they lost 7-6.
And we saw on Genuine Imitation Ring Night, we saw
the Rays
game give up 3 consecutive home runs.
Oh, so we weren't just bad luck in 2018. That game was in 2018 as well.
Yep. Saw a lot in 2018 because they were the defending champions. All right, that's it for today. We'll be back whenever Parker Coleman tells me to cue it up and do it again. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.